sweetness, imbued with the fragrance of cinnamon and nutmeg. This is a dish that justifies the name that the Europeans gave to Indonesia, the Spice Islands. For many centuries, the Indonesian islands have been renowned as the center of a rich international trade, especially in spices. And right where I'm standing was the focal point of this trade. This is the port of Sunda Kelapa, the cradle of the city that is now called Jakarta. And as the spice trade flourished and immigrants, traders and merchants sailed in and out of the port, they brought with them the flavors and tastes of their native cuisines. And these flavors permeate every street of Jakarta today, be it the Indonesian gulai or coconut curry, which owes its roots to Indian traders, or the nasi goreng and the mee goreng, which were created when the Chinese brought their woks and stir-frying techniques. Be it the ubiquitous sambal made of the chilies brought in by the Portuguese, or the dishes made from the carrots, cabbage and cauliflower that have Dutch origins. But is the food of Jakarta just a blend of these diverse foreign influences? What defines the food scene of this city? I turn for answers to the country's leading gastronome and food historian, William Wong So. I meet him at his restaurant, the charming Café Artistique, a place where dining is only by appointment.
When it comes to food scene in Jakarta, it's a melting pot. You can't tell which one is coming from Jakarta. There are some coming original from Jakarta, but there are many coming from region because it's come along with the urban, what do you call it, migration from the village to the city.
As a first-time visitor to Jakarta, if I was to go on a food tour, what would you recommend and show me?
The first thing I have to ask you, whether are you adventurous?
Terribly adventurous. Adventure is my middle name.
Adventurous, let's make a surprise. Because Jakarta is very diverse when it comes to food.
I look forward to doing my food tour with you tomorrow.
With pleasure.
William and I begin our day with what he calls the typical Jakarta brunch at a typical roadside stall. And I must confess that the dish served here is something quite out of the ordinary.
There's one street all selling the same thing.
Just dedicated to this dish.
Yes.
And this dish is called?
Sop.
Sop.
Kaki kambing. Sop is soup.
Okay.
Kaki is the feet, the trotters. Kambing is goat.
What forms the base of the soup?
Milk.
Milk. And what's the sauce that he's adding?
The sauce is with the sweet soya sauce, lime, leek, and fried shallot, and nutcrackers, the vegetable ghee.
Why is this such a popular dish?
It could be the least expensive food because all the leftover. But the demand is so great, it's not cheap anymore.
We move on next to a regional culinary icon that is now an integral part of Jakarta's foodscape, the Padang restaurant. It is said that there is no town in Indonesia which does not have a Padang restaurant, serving West Sumatran cuisine. The Padang restaurant is unique for the way in which food is served. It is also known for the fact that there is no menu for the eater to choose from. We have about 12 to 14 dishes in front of us. Now, if I had a small stomach and I couldn't finish everything, what happens then?
Oh, don't worry. You pay only what you eat.
You pay for what you eat only. Which would you say is the quintessential special Padang
I think
dish?
one of the most complicated dish to prepare among the world cuisine is this called rendang.
Rendang.
Yeah, the caramelized beef curry.
William and I finish our gastronomic tour with a Jakartan rice dish and a local pickle. Tomorrow, I plan to explore the Dutch colonial legacy of Jakarta.